Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be changing the gear gator. So what we're going to be changing it for is this Alcantara one with red stitching. This was made by Kolour Koncept. That's their logo there. So as you can see, super nice quality. So it's all Alcantara now rather than this leather, black leather stuff. So we're going to remove this trim. I've never done something like this before. Obviously I've removed it all before, but I've never changed the trim of stuff. So we'll see. Once again, we're on another path of discovery. But overall, this should look pretty sweet. So anyway, first thing we're going to do, remove the actual gear knob. So to do that, you just need to twist it anti-clockwise. Really give it a twist, and then it'll start to come off. Cool, so that's off. So gear knob's off, I'll put it down there. There is a spring and everything here. So next thing we're going to do is remove the trim around the outside. Now to do that, I'd recommend a plastic pry tool, but obviously you can if you want to just kind of pull it up. But we're just going to basically go underneath the trim and just pop it up nice and easily. And there we go. So that is the trim up. And we're going to slide everything up so it all comes out as one big unit. So as you can see, there's a spring on top. Obviously we really don't want to lose that. And then we've got our actual trim itself. So now we need to look at how this is actually connected. So looking at it, to be honest, it looks like it's just all on tabs. If you can see that there, that tab is just kind of perforated through the leather. So we should, I think, if we pull it down, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm basically just pulling the leather gator down and just getting it off of the tabs that it's holding on to. There's two ones at the front here. This is very easy to do. I'm literally just, once again, just pulling the lever up and over the tabs that's holding it on at the minute. And there's just some at the back that I missed here. That should be them all off. So now it should, this silver trim piece should slide off. So there you go, that's the lever completely off. So we've got our silver trim piece. Just pop that there for now. Now we need to remove it from this top section. Now this is the bit that I really don't know how to do. So what we're going to do, I think we'll turn it inside out and just see what's happening on the inside. Right. So I'm going to investigate this just a little bit further, and then I'll get back to you. So basically I'm slightly stuck here, but I think it's quite simple. So there are, if you can see here, like a black tab there, and there's also one on the underside, the exact same. I think what we need to do is get just a little screwdriver in between this gap, and then basically just pry this black clip up and it'll slide everything out. So I'm going to go get a little screwdriver and see if I can do that. I've got one kind of up, I don't know whether you guys can see that. I'm just going to do the other one now. I'm just working a screwdriver around. Okay, I got it. Right. So I'm going to show you this, how it works. Basically there are two black tabs and they just clip on over the top of this. So they just clip on like that and it just pushes on. But it's done. We got it off. Right. Okay. So let's keep that safe. So obviously this should now just pop off. And it does. There we go. So the old gator is off. Let's get rid of that. Let's get the new gator on. So I don't know if there's a particular way this needs to go round. Bit awkward. I guess it's that way. So what we're going to do, basically just slide this into here. Okay, so looking at how all of these parts sit, basically this part here, you know, once it slides back on, it's got like a notch that it sits in, which means the clips are on the front and the back, which means this notch needs to be at the back. So you're basically going to put it on like that onto your gear knob. which means obviously the cover, we want it facing with the stitching at the front. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to push the black thing, that orientation, hopefully you can see that, we're going to push that as high up as we possibly can into the gear gator. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to get really, really nice and high in that correct orientation. That's very important. So basically you're pushing it up and in and getting it seated nice and high on that. And then obviously I want to make sure that once I put it onto my gear knob, so currently I've got it too far round, so I need to come back out again. Cool, so basically the orientation that I've got, hopefully you can see that it's that direction, and that just allows it to kind of sit with the stitching, you know, towards you. So I've pushed it as high as I possibly can in the top. Now I'm going to get my silver thing, the thing at the back, I'm just going to push it as hard as I can into here until basically you hear a click. Obviously we can see kind of how far down we are by just popping the gator up a little bit. Obviously if I want to, I can just kind of ease it just up that little bit more, just so we get it nice and clicked into place. There we go. So I've just clipped the clips back into place. They're fully in now, it's not going anywhere. Now we can do one final test, so just slide it onto your gear lever, and it should, once you find the right spot, I'll just show you what I'm doing. And that will slot into there, and my stitching is at the front. So that is how you get it back on. And then from here, we need to basically, I've opened this trim up, so it's just on two little tabs. And now we're just going to feed this into here. So basically on the inside of the gator, Adam over at Kolour Koncept has created little holes. And these little holes are basically to slide onto these prongs, just like the ones we removed before. So what I'm going to do is just sit this inside of here and just kind of put all the prongs in. I'm going to pop the ones at the front through first and then just work from there. So I've got the two stitching at the front, there's a small little hole there. I'm just going to feed that spike through there like that. Alright, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this to every single one, and I'm going to click it back into the silver trim. So I'll come back to you guys once I've got it fed in with every single one. Cool, so I've got around and done every single clip, as you can see. And the black trim's now fully inside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to match up with this. I'm just going to slide this around the outside and basically clip the black clips. There's kind of black clips in the corner here that you can see. They all clip into those silver ones on the corner. So we're just going to work this around and get it all nice and clipped back in. Cool, so that's our Alcantara gear knob back in. So once you've got it back in, obviously it's just a case of reinstalling it. So first thing we're going to do is just make sure this, which is your, I think is your reverse selector, I'm not 100% sure, but basically this plastic bit here slides in nicely. So you just feed it all the way down and make sure it slots into its slots. And once we're here, we're just going to slide this silver trim back in by just pushing it. Simple as that. And then from here, we get our gear knob. I almost forgot one thing. Make sure you put this spring back in, very important. Just make sure that's sat back in there. Get your gear knob, screw it all back on, and that is your Alcantara gear gator all set up. So overall, it was pretty easy to do. Hardest bit was the clips. Just make sure you pry the clips out and kind of pull these two separate bits like separately. Yeah, not hard to install at all. Super nice quality. Obviously it's nice to have Alcantara in the car. Obviously we can do some other bits into this car from Kolour Koncept, as he makes an awful lot of stuff now. So now we got the red seat belts from them. We got the gear gator from them. Look forward to future videos of other installs because I'm loving this company at the minute. They're making super good products. So make sure you check them out down below. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Remember to like, favourite and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.